Simon, thank you for joining us. So welcome to EAM, Estate Agent Mastery, the new group where we're not going to be bashing portals. We're all about giving positivity, sharing best practice. So you can't plug kerfuffle, but thanks for joining us. So we got 5 minutes, a little bit less now. Whether you're an estate agent in Birmingham, Belfast, Bognor Regis, anywhere up and down the land, what value can you bring and what should they be doing right now?
Yeah, cheers, Chris. Thanks for inviting me. Hello to everyone in the group. And yeah, difficult as it is not to plug myself for 5 minutes, I'll give it a go. And thanks for getting me on the wide angle version of Zoom as well to get my head in. Yeah, look, what you've got the moment is look, none of us wanted it, but you have got the opportunity to sit and take a helicopter view of your business. You know, to be strategic, to genuinely restructure it. The reason why obviously Keller Williams is making such an impact and indeed even the likes of the portals hammered the traditional market initially was because it wasn't working perfectly. And of course those guys have struggled because of their own model, but you know, we've had to reinvent the wheel as it was anyway. The key thing I would say is look at that and actually look at your whole business. Rate yourself in terms of what agency functions you've got. So right away from prospecting through to the sales progression at the end of the process. The only thing that I think I've been saying for some time now that can't be outsourced or partnered with externally is the market appraisal process itself. That's critical. Retain the focus. You've got to be the rock star agent there. But everything else, score yourself out of 10. Be very, very honest with yourself and just figure out how well you're doing it at the moment. And if, for example, you aren't, fantastic at doing, the prospecting, then even though, I know we have different views on this, but you should always be doing prospecting yourself, but to maintain consistency, put it out to another company as well. Sales progression, there's companies like ASAP that can be done for incredibly cheaply and normally done better as well. So I think that's the number one thing I would do.
Thank you. You're right there. We disagree slightly on prospecting, but this is only a 5-minute video and it's full of value. So what I'm hearing is take the time. If you're a business owner, go and block it in your diary, or if you're a branch manager, to say, what could we, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do we rate ourselves? If we're not great, can we outsource? Can we coach? Can we upskill? So go and do that. That's the one nugget. Block that in the diary. Thank you. We talked offline about sexy expenses. Hit me up.
Yeah. Which everyone laughs at because obviously I was legendary with my expenses at Repeat. Look, the critical factor there is you can add in new suppliers promising you ROI and everything else. But Josh Fegan, the famous Australian training consultant, said that the only thing 100% you can control is your cost base, ergo your margins. So the best agents do this in a good market, and I've been lucky enough to work with some of the very best around the world, people like Marshall White in Melbourne, Australia, people like Romans, Marshall Parsons in the UK here. Not only did they do really exceptional stuff with marketing campaigns, processes, people, but they knew their supplier infrastructure and network back to back and worked it very hard to ensure they were always getting the most out of it.
Okay, nice. So look at every single line item, and I suppose you can then link it back to your first piece, right? What can we outsource? If you don't know your numbers in business, right?
Spot on. Look, I say, best practice, I would say really do it quarterly, but if you do it once or twice a year, as long as you do it and do it regularly, you're going to be onto a good thing. Fine.
We've got just over a minute left. Hit me with your last nugget.
Yeah, I suppose what were we talking about?
You're talking about suppliers, right? And driving.
Yeah, it's that point about, look, the suppliers, Brits in particular, you are really bad at asking for references. The Americans, it's seamless there. But the thing is, suppliers are desperate for that validation. So use your personal brand and as long as they're delivering for you, say you'll sing for your supper to negotiate a better deal and continue to do that. There's nothing more stronger than seeing a testimonial year on year to show that you've been with them a long period of time, to get it and just say, look, we understand it's difficult for you, it's difficult for us. We want a long-term relationship. Let's get a deal in place now, because there's no doubt about it. Now is the time to do the deals that can, with your best suppliers, that you'll get unbeatable rates.
Okay, cool. So social proofing, as long as it works, right? Don't risk your integrity. but say to suppliers, we're working on this for the long haul. We've got to get our cost base down right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
Survive and then thrive the other side, right?
And use the contract renewal dates as the same process for that as well. You are signing up again every time a new contract is done.
Cool. Simon, thank you for joining us. Have a great day.
Yes.
Cheers.